Hello, everybody, wherever you may be. My name is Larry. My call sign's Kilo 7, Hotel November. I'd like to welcome you back to my shack here in Northwest Oregon. This is Ham Radio Live, show number 96. This is going to be a fun one. We'll do a few technician questions to help our future hams out, but then we're going to go to Gray Line. Going to be fun, a Gray Line show. Look at this. We're located, just so you understand, right in this little spot that you see on the map right here on the geochron. Right there. So you can see Gray Line's coming pretty quick. We have enough time here to do a few technician questions. Before we start, I want to ask you to please subscribe. Subscribing helps people find us here in YouTube to learn about ham radio so we can get them on the air. That's the whole purpose of this channel. I promise you're not going to see any ads. You're not going to grab your phone and start hitting the skip ad button. I won't do that. It's my way of giving back. So if you hit the subscribe button, I'd be honored. And if you hit the bell icon, even better. We'll be able to know right away when we go live, and you can be right a part of the show when we hit YouTube. I want to personally thank my friend Callum McCormick, M0MCX, although this is a different call sign. We received his DX Commander Classic lickety split from Great Britain. Going to be putting up that vertical and looking forward to using it. He makes great products. Callum McCormick, my goodness. You can find him at dxcommander.co. Hold on. I think, dang it, I've totally lost it now. UK, thank you. dxcommander.co.uk. Well, my mind still works. It just took a while. Thanks for coming. Welcome to the show. We'll start out with a few questions on the technician exam. We did these yesterday, but the show, I didn't like it. Didn't work out so well. And I don't like to give out information that just doesn't sit, won't sit with me. I kick myself to death over mistakes. You got to know that. I'm really hard on myself. Thanks for the thumbs up. That's record timing. My goodness. Thank you very much. That's cool. I'm just thrilled. Wow. We'll try and hit some Gray Line stuff today. All right. Questions on this technician exam to start out. This is the current FCC exam for people who don't know ham radio and would like to get into the hobby. This is the first level exam in the U.S. It'll get you started. These are the exact test questions and the exact answers, the way they're worded, as well as the way the right and wrong answers are worded. So it's kind of cool. John, welcome. My goodness, look at this. Kilo Charlie 1, November, Quebec, whiskey. Hunza sells greetings all the way from Maine. Well, we send greetings all the way from Oregon. Gosh, I hope we can work with you tonight, John. That would be a great, great blessing. I would love that. Welcome to the show, John. All right, first two questions on the technician. Which term describes the ability of a receiver to discriminate between multiple signals? So imagine, let's say you got one really strong signal and one weak one right by each other. What's the ability of the receiver to separate the two? That's basically it. The answer is C, selectivity. It's selectivity when a radio is able to select between two signals, okay? Sensitivity is its ability to hear them. Remember the difference. Sensitivity is a radio's ability to hear a weak signal. Selectivity is its ability to separate them. Simple way to do it. Ward's here. Hey, Ward. That's Whiskey 6 Whiskey Delta in Southern California. Ward, what an honor. Thanks for being here, my friend. Gosh, what an honor. Thank you. Next question. Oh my goodness, we got Stephen here from Plymouth in the UK. My goodness. Stephen, thank you, man. You honor me. I still got to make a UK call. I got to. What's Gray Line look like? We're messed up. Yeah, should have done sunrise. Sorry, man. All right, second question. What should be the first step to resolve cable TV interference from your ham radio transmission? A, add a low-pass filter to your TV antenna input. B, add a high-pass filter to the TV antenna input. C, add a preamplifier to the TV antenna input. Or C, be sure all TV coaxial connectors are installed properly. It's D, make sure your coax connectors are installed properly because they act as antennas if they're not connected tightly. They really do. All metal parts that especially go to your televisions, they really can act as receivers because they're, metal. And so that RF from your shack can act right there in that connection, and people can hear you calling CQ. Not a good thing. Make sure your connections are tight, okay? Same thing for your radio. Make sure your radio connections are tight, too. That's really important. Wow, we got California, Maine, and the UK. What a great blessing. Thanks, guys. It means a lot to me. I mean that very much. I do. Next question on the technician. We'll just do 5 quick ones. What does a dummy load consist of? Me. I'm a dummy load. Oh, just joking. The joke worked the first time. Thought I'd do it twice. Okay. Okay. What is a dummy load? It is B. It's a non-inductive resistor in a heat sink. Now, there's a reason this answer is worded the way it is. Non-inductive meaning it's not metal. It's not going to act as an antenna. Again, you don't want to transmit the signal. A dummy load is used so you can make like audio adjustments to your radio, processing adjustments. Maybe you've added an amplifier, those kind of things. So you don't want to transmit over the air when you're making tests like that. You transmit into a dummy load so the world doesn't hear you making adjustments. Now, so that means it needs to be non-inductive. The second part is a heat sink. Remember, current coming out of your radio is heat. It's electric current. Now, we look at it as wattage, what comes out of an antenna, but that also, remember, if you have high SWR, remember what happens to your coaxial cable? It acts as heat. Heat is in your coax. So in order to protect the dummy load, a heat sink needs to be installed, especially if you're running power. You can put in a lot of heat, so the heat sink's essential. All right. Next question. How is a simple ammeter connected to a circuit? Is it A, in series with a circuit, meaning it just goes along in line with the circuit, right in line, okay? B, in parallel with the circuit. C, in quadrature with a circuit. Or D, in phase with the circuit. The answer is A. When you connect an ammeter, you're measuring amperage, okay? You want to always connect it in series. That's important to remember. If you do it in parallel, you're not going to get the right answer. And the key to using test equipment like ammeters and voltmeters and all of those is to make sure you're getting the right reading. So make sure if you're using it to measure amperage, you're using it in series, okay? Next question. Who may receive telemetry from a space station? The answer is A. Remember, anyone who can receive the telemetry signal. Now, that means it's just transmitted over public airwaves, okay? Don't think too much into this question. Remember, the question has to do with receiving. All transmissions that are out there are meant to be received, unless they're like coded transmissions for spies, which we're not allowed to do. So if it's transmitted to like a space station or something, it does go out over the airwaves and they'll be heard. So anyone can receive them. It's just a simple question. It's not a tough one. It's just simple. Let me give you a couple that might have to do with schematics because those are easy. And I'd like to make sure to help you with it, okay? So this one talks about, this is important, how much power is being used in a circuit when the applied voltage is 12 volts DC and the current is 2.5 amperes. Whenever you're trying to find out power in a circuit, multiply your voltage and your amps and you have the answer. It's easy. 12 times 2.5 is 30 watts. That's how you do it. You just multiply the two answers to determine what your power is, okay? All right, schematic time. Next one, what is component 6 in figure T2? Is it A, a resistor? A resistor is number 7, by the way. It's a Ziegler line. B, a capacitor? Yes, it is. That's a capacitor. Remember, it has a line with a little C. Easy way to remember it. It can be either vertical or horizontal. Best way to look at it. C, a regulator IC, or is it a transistor? Well, no, in this case, it's B. It's a capacitor, okay? Also have a light-emitting diode there at number 8, a Zener diode at number 10. You've got a single-throw, single-pole switch at number 3. And, of course, your power at number 1. Yeah, just a few things on that. Learn your schematics. It'll help you out. All right. We are close to gray line, so we're not going to go any further into the test questions. Let's get to the rig. Let's see what we can do tonight. We'll be on 40 meters. I'm going to put you on a split screen. It'll hopefully help you, and I'm going to try and make it, just make one adjustment here, okay? Right there. So you see the split screen. We're on the rig here at 7189, but we're going to do things differently this show. Let me move this so it's a little easier to see. We're going to do it differently for this show. Instead of making CQ calls, we're going to try and chase some DX. Now, we might be on 40, could switch to 20. We could move to 80. Try and follow along if you can. If you can pick us up, Terrific. We'll see what we can come up with, but we're first going to try and chase DX because that's the number one reason to work Rayline. It's the magical time of day, either sunrise or sunset. So here is the audio coming in from the Yaesu 101. And we're just going to start searching for signals. And this is again from the Pacific Northwest of Oregon, so we're on the west coast of the U.S. And I'm going to click quickly between signals. Shortwave. RFI. Bands are kind of rough still. I know we had a solar storm last week. Let's see what we got.
Kind of enjoy it. Let me look at this a little bit. Yeah, I didn't have my logger up, so I didn't have the records in there. But the call did kind of sound familiar. I think we've talked about the area around where you are, Whidbey Island and that kind of thing. If that's what I'm thinking of.
Anyway. 40 is not too active. Let's move to 20. Take a look here. Excuse me. 20 sounds a little quiet. I looked at it earlier, and 20 seemed like it was pretty quiet. So let me bump up the amp, the preamp in the rig. This is just the preamp. Bump out the noise reduction. We'll listen in. Oh gosh, you guys, I'm sorry. There you go. My apologies. Turn the light off, Larry. Just trying to pull him in. Okay, so we got a California ham. And we're not picking the other side of that. All right, let's move on. See what else we can find on 20. .47's the limit because we're upper sideband, 3 down. Sorry, 3 up means 50. So remember for new hams, 14.347 plus 3 for your upper sideband, signal means that you'll be up right at the edge of the pass band of 14.350. Pretty dead. Boy, it is really quiet tonight, man.
No, I'm not real. I've never been real.
Back on 40. Just going to quickly tune. Sorry, don't mean to be so loud on you here. We're going to just quickly tune this up, make sure we're good. Always important when you're using an amplifier. Always tune first, then make sure you're good second. So give me a second. Put the amplifier back in line. We're going to go down to 20 watts. 375 watts out. 30 is 550, 40. Okay, so we got a little less FBR problem right there. Good. Good to know, because that's how you change your antennas or work on them. So we get right about there. We got a little too much of a mismatch, and that's okay. Good to learn it. This is a new amplifier for me, so I want to make sure we treat it well. Whoops. Back to SSB.
A little wear on it. but it works. I think I can't remember the last
Tell you what we'll
rig I
do.
used.
I know 40 is better than 20 tonight. Let's go to 88. I'm not seeing any DX here right now. We'll just call some CQs. I know 88 is pretty solid for me here on the amp. So we'll tune it real quick. Work our way up. Make sure we're not going too much. Boy, you can really hear it, can't you? That grrr. It is definitely pronounced in the audio chain. And just working our way up. Okay, about 950 watts. And there we got about 1100. Okay. Now, if I don't hear you, please understand, it's not an intentional thing. Let me try and work a few more signals here. Because I'd love to chase some DX here tonight.
Where I was raised. I was raised in southeast Portland.
Could be almost NVIS to me. The tuner here, it's about where we were. It's funny.
Back and forth to program this thing. It says to hold it with it off. You just plug the key in, and with it in that off position, you push.
All right. Let's see what we can do. Let's just have a call. We'll just have a call show. Have some fun. Doesn't seem like much DX right now. I know it's been tough on the bands. I do know that. I know we had a storm last week, and we're still settling down from that. So let me tune the amplifier here at 7.192. We'll make some calls, and we'll kind of make it like CQ calling. It'll be kind of fun. Just make sure I'm good the whole way up the chain here so we don't hurt anything. Good. And let's go here. Good. One more test, and we should be good. Perfect. Okay. We're at about 1 kilowatt to 1,050 watts, okay? Is this frequency available? This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Checking frequency availability. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. CQ on 40. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November calling CQ. CQ live on Ham Radio Live. Streaming on Ham Radio Live. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilowatt 7 Hotel November. Calling CQ and listening. So we are currently, if you're following the show, we're at 7.192 megahertz, okay? 7.192. CQ 40, Kilo 7 Hotel November, Kilowatt 7 Hotel November, calling CQ. CQ, any station, anywhere. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November, Kilo 7 Hotel November, calling CQ, live on Ham Radio Live on YouTube and listening.
Hey Larry, Whiskey 6, Whiskey Delta. You got a copy?
Whiskey 6, Whiskey Delta. I sure do. You're a good 5'9" here in the Oregon Ward. Sounding good as always. How are you, buddy? Whiskey 6, Whiskey Delta. Kilo 7 Hotel November. Good copy here in Independence, Oregon. You're running right about a 5'9", but there's a lot of QSB here. Thanks for coming to the show. How are you, Ward?
Hey, Roger, Larry. Just thought I'd give it a shot. I'm doing fine, and I hope you're doing well also. I've got you at 5x9 as well. I'm going to do the bands today were not very favorable. A lot of QSC for sure. High noise level, especially today. So everything's going well, and the show's going real well, looks like. Back to you, guys.
QSL Ward, thank you. Yeah, it is kind of tough. It's definitely been some bad conditions over the last few days. Nice to hear you, though, buddy. Nice to hear you're well as well. Thank you so much. Appreciate the contact, man, and thanks for watching the show. You know I love you, man. You're a good guy. Whiskey 6, Whiskey Delta. I'll wait for your final. Kilo 7, Hotel November. All the West, all the very best, I should say. And God bless you, my friend.
Hey, Roger, Larry, you too. 73 is enjoying. You have a great show. And make some good contacts. And you're sounding good down here. Strong signal. Kilo 7, Hotel November for Whiskey 6, Whiskey Delta. 73.
73, buddy. This is Kilo 7, Hotel November, QRZ. We have an amplifier being tuned on frequency, so maybe someone's trying to reach us. We'll see. CQ 40. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November calling CQ. CQ 40 meters from the northwest of Oregon and streaming on Ham Radio Live on YouTube. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. King 7, his name, calling CQ on 40 and listening. So we had a pretty strong amp coming up on frequency, but I want to chase DX. Look at the, take a look here real quick at the gray line. Look at this. We're right at gray line right now. So, of course, that's what I want to work right now. Chase some DX. We'll try one more CQ call and we'll chase. CQ 40, Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November calling CQ. CQ 40 meters from the Pacific Northwest of Oregon and streaming live on Ham Radio Live on YouTube. This is Kilowatt 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November calling CQ on 40 meters and standing by. Again, is there a station out there? Come back. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Okay, not much happening there. Let's chase. Kilo 7 Hotel November QSY. Okay, so we're going to chase. Signal here. This is the time of day along with sunrise that you want to look for long distance or DX calls.
We're talking on 75 with group, but well, signals are really good this morning on 75. Not everybody's in the same town.
By the way, haven't noticed if you've noticed or not. Ward, thank you for the contact. What an honor and privilege it was to talk with you. Thank you, Ward. 80 meters has been pretty good. Really has been. There's a DX net there in the middle of the night, 7.199. No, sorry, 7.1. Sorry, excuse me. 3.799. There it is. Nice DX net there. Run by a guy from the east coast of the United States. Man, a lot of calls from Europe. It was just hopping the other night. Couldn't believe it. If you have a chance, take a listen. It's on 80 meters, kind of in the middle of the night. But gosh, it's pretty cool to learn and work and have some fun with. That's kind of neat. Here's a very good example of selectivity. Look, we got two signals side by side. See that? They just transmitted next to each other. This is a radio's ability to select the right signal. Got a little guy. It's right over here. I'm going to pull a little attenuation and just calm it down a little bit. There's something right up there. See? Oof.
Well, I like to use the web SDRs to listen to my own signal when I'm...
That's selectivity.
And then I can
right
tell.
There. See? Strong signal. Another one right there.
And when I monitor myself, it's about a half-second delay.
Yeah, John.
And
John,
what I
welcome to the
say,
show, John.
and
Thanks for coming, man. I do appreciate that. I mean that. From Maine. Thank you, John. Yeah, it's 808 miles between Ward and myself. Ward is in Southern California near where Yesu is, actually very close. Almost can walk there, I think, and close to Disneyland Park as well. Pretty cool. So contact was at 139 watts. Ward, that was fantastic. Was that off the ZS6 BKW? I'm assuming yes.
I've gotten to where
Great dipole.
I'm not really confused by it now. Maybe I'll
Signal here.
maybe I'll get used to this, and when I walk around.
Here. Sounds digital to me, so hard to say. Another signal here. We're kind of in shortwave territory here right now. A lot of shortwave bands. Not much happening here on 40.
Pull around.
Yeah, kind of tough. Yep, good. ZS6 BKW and the 101 MP. It is the best antenna dipole I've ever used. And John, technician, nothing to worry about. We're going to work very soon. I know we are. We'll have general questions we'll work on tomorrow on this channel. And my hope is we can help you work up because, you know, you only get 10 meters and 6 for SSB, but you can work a lot of digital modes, which is cool. You also get 10 and 70 centimeters, which is awesome. So we'd like to get you worked up. So if you'd like to join us tomorrow, we'll have a show dedicated to people that would like to learn and get up to general. So we hope we can help you with that, bud. And Ward, thank you again for the QSO. That's pretty cool. Let's check 20 one more time. We're just a gray line here now. I don't like to give up on 20 because you get a lot of folks who work it from outside our country this time of day. It's going to make it seem like I'm a liar probably here, but we'll see. I still believe we'll find something. Usually right about now, people are up and they're working 20. Because gray line is so big. Man, just a lot of digital. A lot of digital here tonight. That's tough. We can go to 80. Let's try 80. 80's been pretty good. 80 has been really good. For new hams, remember 80 meters splits is 3750. Right there is 80 meters. Anything below that's considered 80. Anything above 75. That's how it works. See if we can find his DX signal and chase it.
Yeah, what?
And by the way, I want to say this to John. John, congratulations. You're a ham, buddy. That's a cool thing. That's a great accomplishment to be a ham. Good job.
Can't do nonpartisan?
Big signal right there.
Noise reducer. Connect it up as normal and use the loop as a receive antenna. It will work about 100 times even better.
That's better. Yeah, guy gets it. Loop antennas for receive every day of the week. So many hams don't understand that.
Downstairs in the bathroom of the duo.
Let's see if we can say hello to them real quick, okay? Hold on. Let me get this tuned, and we'll have to get you up on CW. I got to quickly tune, though. Just a matter of making sure I can tune this with the antenna offline. Sorry, the amplifier offline. Good. All right, now we can tune with it, and we should be pretty solid. I'm just going to go to 40 watts. Remember, when you're tuning, tune off frequency. If we go 4 up, we're not going to bother them at all, okay? So 4 up won't hurt their signal. So we'll be 4 up, and we'll just check. All right, about 700 watts with 40 watts of drive. So if we bump it to 50, yeah, got a little on that capacity hat that on top of the AV680, it's a little strong for it. So we're going to stay at 40 watts. Hang on. The good thing about the combination of the MFJ 998 with the ALS 1306 is if you go a little too much on the SWR, meaning you're up too high and then you try and push it too hard power wise, the relays in the ALS 1306 are going to tell you. So we'll be able to run 700 watts. That's fine. Let's get into their conversation, say hello, hopefully. Be at 3710. We did that. We moved up 4 to make sure we weren't going to bug them. Hang on. Watch HDX.
The individuals in circulating amongst the neighbors now, and I guess, I think it probably reflects on
John, we share something in common. Only problem was mine was 4 decades. No joke, man. You got your test. You did it. You're a ham. And now you got your ticket. Let's get you up to general. We're going to work on that.
I guess,
Tell you what, let's do this. Let's just send out a 700 watt. We'll see if we can get some calls here. We're at 3690. Make sure we hear that the signal's open. A lot of people are on 80. That tells you what's going on right there. 40's not so much. 80's there. Is this frequency available? This is kilowatt 7 Hotel November. So we're pushing about 800 watts here. Checking frequency availability. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Just one moment real quick. I want to do a final tune just to be safe. It's all just important. Okay, good. Just be safe. 850 watts out of 30 watts. Jeez. The ALS 1306 is a monster. It really is. 1200 watts out of 40. We'll go at 35 watts a drive. 1000 watts is fine. Here we go. CQ, this is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November calling CQ. CQ, we're live on Ham Radio Live on YouTube, calling CQ to any station, anywhere, and listening. Kilo 7 Hotel November. Good job, Ward. That's it. Keep up the study. You'll get that, General. Absolutely. You'll get that, General. CQ on 80 meters. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November calling CQ. CQ on 80 meters. Live on Ham Radio Live on YouTube. Kilowatt 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November calling CQ to any station anywhere and listening. We'll do the 3rd time's the charm rule. You can see we're right at the edge of gray line still, just barely. CQ 80, Kilo 7 Hotel November, Kilo 7 Hotel November, calling CQ. CQ, we're live on Ham Radio Live on YouTube. This is Kilowatt 7 Hotel November, Kilowatt 7 Hotel November, calling CQ on 80 and listening. Sorry, my friends, forgot to put up the frequency we're on, 30.690. We're on 80 meters here. We'll try one more time. Giant signal above us, see that? Oof, that's screaming. CQ, 80 meters, live on Ham Radio Live on YouTube. This is Kilowatt 7 Hotel November, Kilo 7 Hotel November, calling CQ. CQ, any station, anywhere, live from the Pacific Northwest of Oregon, streaming to the world on YouTube. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November, calling CQ to any station anywhere and listening. Usually find tons of nets on 80 But there's been some good DX lately too. Third time's the charm. Why not? We're diehards. CQ, Kilo 7 Hotel November, Kilowatt 7 Hotel November, calling CQ. CQ, any station, anywhere. We're live on Ham Radio Live on YouTube, teaching some ham radio basics to folks. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November, calling CQ and listening. Okay, so 80 probably is not Grady right now. It's okay. It happens. Check this guy. Nope.
Almost completely, and so they can tell it's derived from the same.
I gotta hear this one here. Too strong. You find a lot of nets here on 80, a ton of nets. Oh, good question, John. No, actually, John, what's causing the distortion is the amount of RF. Yeah, I'm using audio gear, and similar to what we had in the question technician exam earlier about tight coaxial connections, every bit of what I have right here, which is my analog audio processing gear, so it sounds better to you on YouTube, it picks up the RF. So if I'm running without the amplifier, listen, I'll turn the amplifier offline. Instead of having 1,000 watts out, we'll do this. We'll move it over. This is a good example for you. Hold on. So we'll move this over and we'll run 100 watts, which is typical for most rigs. Okay, just 100 watts.
3729.
And we'll try and make contact here with these guys. Just say hello. Well, I hate getting in the middle of conversations because you don't know if you're ever interrupting. I hate to do that. Let's try. Is this frequency available? This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Again, we're putting out only 100 watts. We'll tune it with the auto tuner that's in the Yaesu 101 MP. We'll run 100 here at 3.703. And you hear the difference already. With the audio processing gear, it doesn't pick up that RF. Doesn't pick it up. Is this frequency available? This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Hear that, John? That's the difference. It's because there's not 1,000 watts pouring through this area that's causing the distraction. That's why. It's just, there's just so doggone much RF that's here that it's just going right into the processing gear. And my apologies. I have noticed when we go up, like to 20, it's not as bad. So moving up frequencies, the audio gear isn't affected so much. 40, it starts to go away. 20, it's pretty much gone. 17 and up, not there anymore. But on the low bands, for some reason, the processing's a little sensitive on that. That's a great question. I'm glad you asked that. Thanks, John. Good question. Let's see what we got.
Really weak, but the last little while, Brent's been stronger.
Another fine signal on the edge here. One thing nice about the 101 and the FTDX10 will probably do the same thing. You can point and click. See the mouse? You can point and click where it is. Yeah. So let's look over here real quick. You can change frequencies quickly.
What that guy has that goes down these Swedish mountains is he can crash and he'll just roll anywhere.
FTDX10 should do the same thing. You're going to require a Logitech mouse for those buyers that are looking at FTDX10s. The FTDX10, sorry, can't say it fast. FTDX10 Logitech 3 Series mouse. It's kind of backwards compatible, but it works. That's the whole point, right? So if you're buying one, just get the 3 Series Logitech and you'll be golden. It'll work great for you. It really will.
That can drive you nuts.
Kilo 7 Hotel November for a quick one. A little tight there.
You know, I've heard of people throwing their bikes because they make a noise like that, Fred. They just, I was
Let's
out
go
there.
off frequency. Let's go down here and we'll tune. We're not going to use much power. We don't need to. So let's just tune it, and we're going to get it down so we can tune the amp. But I want to make sure that we're tuned on SWR on the 998. And there it just found the right connection. So good. We should be fine at 40 watts. Yep, we're good. Okay, let's go back to where we were here with these gentlemen. See if we can say a quick hello, okay? And we'll wrap up the show.
So his buddy was with him, but he had his bike still, so he just took off. The other guy had to walk.
Kilo 7 Hotel November for a quick one. Hey, John, you're welcome. You're very welcome. Yes. Good question, Dave. We are getting the Yellowcraft K4. It should be here mid-January to late January. At least that's what the production schedule shows right now. Now, they're having a hard time trying to listen to these guys, make sure I don't miss that they heard me. Great question from Dave Ramos. Yellowcraft, like everybody else in ham radio, is having a real problem getting their transistors, ICs, all their stuff for their equipment, and they get a lot of it from California. Well, because of the closures in plants and factories, these guys are working skeleton crews in the factories, so the parts aren't coming as quickly as they used to. So, yeah, we'll have the Yellowcraft K4 here. It'll be a K4D. I'm not going to go for the HD because I really don't have any strong stations near me that'll need it. So we're just not going to use the K4D. But, yeah, we'll be having it on the show exclusively. At that point, we'll move to 101. So,
How do you like that? Is it working good?
the one rig, I told Ward this, and Ward, if you're still there, you know the story. That will be here until the day my heart starts beating. Yep. That's a radio I waited so long for.
Sounds great, dude. I can't even tell
So long for. So let's do this. I like Dave's question. He's on the East Coast. Dave, let's try this, okay? I don't want to bother these guys. Sounds like they can hear me.
Some of these things are pretty good, actually. I'm quite impressed.
Let's try one more time.
Yeah, I really owe Russ, man. I'm gonna set him up.
Kilo 7 Hotel November.
That's right. He's gonna get the best computer crap you can get for the money.
Kilo 7 Hotel November for a quick one.
Be back.
Yep. Yeah, he heard. Somebody's hearing the signal. One guy hears it, one guy doesn't.
Yeah, thank.
All right. With all of that, I think we'll just drop that station and we'll just move. We'll move. We're going to make a QSO of this show. We are. By the grace of God, we're going to make you, oh, hello. Hello there. Good signal. That's a good signal here. So, Dave, you're East Coast. Let's do this. We're bouncing around a lot tonight. I know. We're bouncing around.
It doesn't look like the
Wow.
the screen on the ICOM. He just laid a screen out with
Look at that.
all
Listen to
sorts
that.
of stuff on it.
Okay, we're going to move up. We'll tune up 4 from where they are so we're not bugging them. And let me just tune back and we'll see what we can come up with here. Hopefully make a call here real quick. Make sure the amp is turned to 40. We're getting the remote cable from the Yaesu 101 to the, we're getting it from the 5,000 to the amp here. So it will follow us like a little puppy dog wherever we go. It'll be nice because we can, change bands and it'll just change with us. Just tuning the amp. Remember, if I go 50 here, we're good. Yep, 50's it. Okay. Say so. Oh, look at those bands come together now. Now people are on.
Frequency you're on. and also what mode you're in, which is maybe a good one too. And a nice, pleasant Japanese probably voice.
Tell you what, Dave, you're there on the East Coast. Let's drop down instead of interrupting somebody. We'll go down to 7166. We'll see if the frequency is available. Is this frequency available? This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. See, now we're running 1,000 watts, and you know, John, your question is great. You said that, you know, the explanation, significantly less feedback on 80 meters using 100 watts, right? Well, now we're on 40 and we're running 1,000, but you're not hearing that same distortion. It's just a matter of the frequency and the audio gear picking it up, just the way it works. Great question, John. You're going to be a great ham, man. You already are a great ham. Is this frequency available? This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Sorry, just bumped everything here. Didn't mean to. I always hit the lock. And you hit the lock button every time. You know, if I hit the lock button, I'm not going to have that happen anymore. Simple. All right, here we go. We'll see if we can make a few calls because I don't want to be skunked tonight. And we didn't because of Ward. Thank goodness Ward heard us in Southern California. Yes, Ward, you did it. We didn't get skunked. Let's try some more. CQ on 40. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilowatt 7 Hotel November. Calling CQ. CQ on 40 meters from the Pacific Northwest of Oregon and streaming live on Ham Radio Live on YouTube. This is Kilowatt 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November. Calling CQ. CQ. Any station, anywhere. Live from the Pacific Northwest of Oregon and streaming on YouTube. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilowatt 7 Hotel November. Calling CQ to any station, anywhere, and listening. I'm going to back off on the attenuator a little bit. Just drop it to nothing. And we'll try two more. And we're going to call the show. CQ. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November. Calling CQ. CQ. Any station, anywhere. We're live on Ham Radio Live on YouTube, streaming to the world. We'd love to make a call with you. This is Kilowatt 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November. Calling CQ on 40 and listening. There's somebody out there. Again, please, station. Kilo 7 Hotel November. Back to you. Okay, I've got somebody out there, but they're really out there. Let me try and work with you 3 times slowly and phonetically. Your call sign, please. I'd love to make the QSO. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November. Back to you. You know, my friend, I got to add something there, but it's just so hard to pick out because of the QRN. Not your fault, just the conditions. It's the way it is tonight. Thanks for trying. I do appreciate it. We do appreciate it. Don't give up. We want you to make this QSO. We got to make this QSO. So hang in there for another show. We're on YouTube on Ham Radio Live. I'd be honored to have you join the show. This is Kilo 7 Hotel November calling CQ to any station, anywhere. Live on Ham Radio Live on YouTube and listening. You can see the shortwave already starting to work. Here's shortwave right here. If you look at the mouse, see the mouse right there? That's shortwave. So 40 should be good tonight. CQ, final call. Kilo 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November calling CQ. CQ, live on Ham Radio, live on YouTube. This is the Kilowatt 7 Hotel November. Kilo 7 Hotel November. I'm calling CQ to any station and anywhere and listening. Again, please. Okay, we're not getting anything there. Kilo 7 Hotel November QSY. Thank you, everybody. All right. That's all right. We'll just leave it at that. You know, it is one of those things. Ham radio is one of those things that I don't know if this camera, this light. Yeah, it's driving me crazy. Hold on. Let me get the lighting right. It's tough because it's a different camera and then, we switch. Anyway, thanks for joining us. What a treat. Let me look at your comments because it's been truly an honor to be here. Dave, can barely hear you, but you can't hear me at 50 watts. So Dave, 50 watts is a lot of power. I've done 5 from here to Maui, 5 from here to Kansas. So 50 is a lot of power. Don't give up, man. 50 is pretty cool. And if the conditions were better, we'd definitely make that call. There's no doubt in my mind, man. Just because of the way things are, propagation-wise, we're kind of stuck. It's the way it works. So don't worry about it. Thanks for trying. And thank you for trying. He says 500 watts. Okay. Wow. That's great. And that just shows you the conditions. It's the way it is. Some folks can work. They got directional beams. It helps a lot. We're working on the directional here. Also excited to put up Callum's antenna. Yep. The DX Commander Classic. And thanks to Callum McCormick for that. Great product. We purchased it and we're excited to get that set up. What I was really surprised about was his fast shipping. I mean, it's got to come from Great Britain, and Cal sent it quick. He really did. So Cal, if you're ever watching this, thank you very much for sending that antenna. We're looking forward to putting it in service and making some great calls with it because of the hard work that you put into that antenna. All right. Checking your final comments. I think we got them. We're good. John, Ward, thank you, by the way. Thanks for being on the show and for making the call. It was 808 miles. What a joy. Thank you for doing that. Ham Radio Live is here to try and help people get licensed. Tomorrow, to our good friend John, we want to help you get licensed up or get licensed. We'll do some test questions tomorrow on the general, hopefully help you out, John. For everybody else, we also do product reviews as well as a lot of other stuff to try and help make your shack better. We really do. And we'll do our very best to be honest about every single product that we've done. So thank you for that. Sorry I'm late. Scott says, I really enjoy your stream. Scott, thank you. Scott's in Colorado. What a joy. Scott, thank you for being here. I mean that from all my heart. So 73 from John in Maine, 73 from Larry in Oregon, I'm sure from Ward in California, and everyone else. It's an honor and privilege to spend this time with you. Okay? Please hit subscribe. I promise you won't see commercials here. Until next time, thanks for watching from the Shack of Kilo 7 Hotel November. My name is Larry. God bless you. Have a wonderful Monday night and a great Tuesday. Bye, everybody.